We want you to minister to one another. As we started out, as the speakers were beginning, I began to think, as we were talking about perilous times, and we were talking about things that people go through, and to ultimately come to that point of being just able to forgive it all. But you know, women seem to have the ability more so than even men or young people of taking on a lot of stuff that God did not mean for us to endure. As women, I was sharing with a gentleman the other day, and he gave me an example that I would not have thought about in years. But see, if just for our own personal selves, we have a world that everywhere we go tells us, you're not tall enough, you're not short enough, you're not blonde enough, you're not thin enough. My God in heaven, where did she get that nose? You have all these things that tell you that you just are not ever going to be quite enough. You're almost, but you're not ever quite going to make that bar. Then we pick up this load that if for some reasons our husbands are not successful, or they're having a hard time in their job, well, somehow if we were a better encourager and builder up at home, well, everything would be better out there. And then I don't know about y'all, but we called school a 12-year prison sentence at our house. And because our children were born with the same learning disabilities that I have, so it was just like, if we can ever make it to the 12th grade. So when your child is the one that maybe is not doing as well as everybody else, then you think, well, if I was just a better mother, if I just knew some sort of trick or something, I could help this child do better. We take everything on to ourselves. And then we wonder why our bodies break down and our minds break down, our emotions break down. But you see, this weekend, God called us apart. And whether you heard it from a speaker, or just somebody you were sitting with, or just laying on your bed in your hotel, if you availed yourself, God had promised us that those who pressed in and came, that He would impart something. And some of you are not even going to realize it's been imparted until you get home. That God is very aware of all that wearing and tearing in your soul area. Yeah, your spirit's strong, it's sealed by the Holy Ghost, and you and Jesus are tight there. But it's in our soul area that all of these things just begin to wear on us. When we return, it's like every time I end a retreat or a conference, God always wants to give you this caution. When we return home, it is very likely nothing is going to be any better. And in most likelihood, while your back was turned, it got much worse. So when we leave a time of just being saturated with brothers and sisters in the Lord and prayer time, and we step back and we actually think we're fixing to be, stepping out into the land of Oz or something. And it's not going to happen, and we can't let that steal from us. Because you see, nothing out there changed. But glory to God, we did. There's a different mama stepping back into that family. There's a different grandmother stepping back into that family. There's a different minister stepping back into that ministry. There's a different wife that's going to operate in that relationship. Because as each of the speakers have brought the word to you, it's all about relationship. It's not about who we are to the religious world or to the world. It's about who we are to Him.
Yes. Amen. Yes.
It's about what our heart cries out to Him.